This video covers the operation of the color touchscreen controller featured on selected Oasis I-Series heat pumps. In this video, we'll walk you through how to operate the controller, adjust settings, and optimize your system's performance. Waking the touchpad. To wake the touchpad, simply tap anywhere on the screen. The display will illuminate. If no keys are pressed, after 30 seconds, the display will dim into the screensaver mode. After 2 minutes of inactivity, the display will switch off completely. Simply tap anywhere on the screen to wake up the touchpad again. Home screen overview. At the center of the screen, we have our inlet water temperature, which is the current temperature of the water coming from the pool. Note that this is a live reading, which will only display accurately when the water pump is switched on and there is water flowing through the heat pump. Along the bottom of the screen, from left to right, we have the power key, the screen lock key, the hardware parameter menu, which can only be accessed by service technicians, the clock and timer menu, the fault record menu, the mute or silent mode menu, and the mode and temperature settings menu. In the top right corner, we have the performance data menu and the current ambient temperature. Finally, to the left, we have the current date and time. Switching the unit on or off. To switch the heat pump on or off, press the power key for 1 second. The power icon will change to green when the unit is on and white when the unit is off. When the heat pump is first switched on, the fan icon will start spinning and the fan on the heat pump will also physically start. In some installations, the heat pump will automatically operate whenever the pool filter is running. In this type of setup, the power icon will remain green all the time and the unit will switch on and off via its internal flow switch, indicated by the flashing triangle icon here. When the filter pump next switches back on and the water starts flowing again, the triangle icon will stop flashing and the heat pump will resume regular operation. Setting the mode and temperature. To set the desired operating mode and temperature, press the mode key on the right-hand side of the screen. There are 3 mode icons which allow us to cycle between them. Heating mode, which is used in most pool or spa applications. Automatic mode, which automatically switches between heating and cooling, ideal for sensitive applications like aquaculture or hydrotherapy. And cooling mode, which is used when water needs to be cooled, for example, in warmer regions or for certain industrial uses. The current selected operating mode will be shown in color, while the others will be grayed out. Once you have selected the operating mode, you can set the desired pool temperature by selecting the temperature box in the center of the screen. Enter your desired temperature and select Return to save. Press the arrow key at the top left of the screen to return to the home screen. Water flow and performance data menu. To access the performance data menu, press the chart icon at the top right of the home screen. This menu provides key operational data including inlet temperature, outlet temperature, and power consumption. When the heat pump is running efficiently in heating mode, the ideal temperature between the inlet and the outlet water is around 1.5 to 2 degrees. This is best checked when the heat pump has been running for at least 30 minutes continuously, which allows time for the compressor and the fan operation to stabilize. If the temperature difference is sitting at 3 degrees or higher after this time, there is some efficiency being lost as you are not getting enough water flowing through the unit. To correct this, you can clean the pool filter, adjust any relevant water bypass valves, or increase the speed of the pool filter pump if you have a variable speed pump. The performance data menu will display the historical inlet and outlet water temperature, charted over the last 24 hours. We can use the right and left arrows to explore beyond the last 24 hours. We can select the average power input key to see the average electrical consumption over the last 24 hours. Again, use the right and left arrows to explore beyond the last 24 hours. Press the arrow key at the top left of the screen to return to the home screen. Setting the clock. Press the clock key to access the time and date settings. Use the left icon to set the current date and time in 24-hour format as follows. The first 2 digits are our day, then we have 2 digits for the month, then just the last 2 digits for the current year. Now it moves to the current time. We have 2 digits for the hour, 2 digits for the minutes, followed by 2 digits for the second. Or you can just use the 2 zeros here to make it simpler. Note that the time will only successfully save if you have all these fields complete with no question marks remaining. Now press the return key to save and return to the timer menu. We can press the arrow key at the top left of the screen to return to the home screen. Setting run timers. Press the clock key to access the time and date settings. Use the right icon to access the Run Timer menu. This will allow you to program a daily run time during which the heat pump will switch on and off automatically. As an example here, we'll set a run time of 8 AM to 8 PM or 2000 hours, which is a 12-hour running period that is often used in the southern states of Australia. Select the first timer period and enter the desired on time. Press the return key to save. Select the second time period and enter the desired off time. Press the return key to save. To activate the timers, press the play and the pause icons, which will activate the on and off timers, indicated by these green and red icons. When active, these timers will also be shown visually on the screen. Our green section is the time during which the heat pump will be available to operate. Remember to deactivate timers when shutting the unit down for winter. Simply press the play and pause icons again so that they are both displayed in grey. To exit the Run Timer menu, use the arrow key at the top left of the screen to navigate back to the home screen. Fault Record menu. The triangle key will flash whenever there is an active error code. Press the triangle key to view a list of any fault codes the unit has logged. If you are seeing a list of EO3 flow switch protection faults, it is likely that your heat pump is configured in a way that automatically switches on and off when water flow is detected. If this is the case, the EO3 will appear each time the water pump switches off, and this list of messages is completely normal. You can clear any historical faults by pressing the clean icon at the top right corner of the display. Follow the prompt and select yes to clear all fault records. If after clearing you still have one or more faults on the list, these are active errors and should be investigated further by referring to the user manual. If an EO3 error returns immediately, it is worth ensuring that your water pump is switched on and there is plenty of water flowing through the heat pump. To exit the fault record menu, use the arrow key at the top left of the screen to navigate back to the home screen. Silent or mute mode. Using silent mode, sometimes referred to as mute mode, will reduce the heat pump's fan and compressor speed to provide quieter operation. However, doing so will also reduce heating performance, so this mode would typically be used for nighttime operation in systems that are running 24 hours per day. Silent mode can be toggled on or off. There is also a timer function which can be set to automatically activate silent mode during certain times each day. Press the fan icon to access the silent mode functions. The icon on the left will allow us to manually activate silent mode. Once pressed, we can see that the fan icon on the home screen has only 3 blades now, indicating that silent mode is active. To deactivate, press the fan icon and select the left icon again. We can now see that the fan icon on the home screen has 5 blades again, indicating that the unit has returned to regular operation. Silent or mute timer. Silent timers can be set to automatically reduce noise during certain periods, ideal for nighttime operation in systems that are running 24 hours per day. Press the fan icon to access the silent mode functions. The icon on the right will allow you to enter the silent timer menu. Select the first timer period and enter the desired on time. This is the time of day which you want the silent operation to begin. As an example, we will select 10 PM or 2200 hours. Press the return key to save. Select the second time period and enter the desired off time. Here we'll select 6 AM. Press the return key to save. To activate the silent timer, press the on key at the bottom left of the screen. The on icon will now be green, and the chart shown on the right will highlight the period of day during which the silent mode will be activated. To deactivate the silent timer, simply press the off key and the times will be greyed out. To exit the silent timer menu, use the arrow key at the top left of the screen to navigate back to the home screen. Locking the touchpad. The touchpad has an onboard screen lock function to help prevent unintended or unauthorized operation of the heat pump. To lock the touchpad, press the padlock key and the icon will change to red. All other keys on the screen will now be inoperable. To unlock the touchpad, press the padlock icon again. Enter passcode 022, followed by the return key. This is a factory set unlock code and cannot be changed. Screen timeout. Just a reminder, to protect the display, the controller will automatically enter screensaver mode after 2 minutes of inactivity. To wake up the touchpad, simply tap anywhere on the screen.